With that, we're going to keep going because it's Madden season. I don't end at my normal time on the first few days of Madden, ever. Second round, we ended up with 76 overall tight end Bryce Wells, who, again, has a hidden dev. So, again, as a Patriots fan, big fan of a dominant tight end option. 82 catching. His route running needs some work, but he's an athlete that can be molded into something else. He's got that pace. He does have decent starting hands. So Bryce Wells looking pretty good for a second round pickup. No doubt about that. And then the linebacker, Kentrell Ellington, 74 overall, also with the hidden dev, 21 years old, out of Arizona State, which is looking really, really good. 85 tackling, has mobility. Block shedding isn't brutal. His awareness is a little bit low. His zone coverage isn't great. But as a blitzing option, I don't hate him. 84 agility. Yeah, I mean, he's certainly not going to be great in zone coverage out of the gates. Also, 98 injury, so never really a threat. I'm guessing you meant for picking Fields fantasy? I wouldn't say so. I mean, he's going to be their starter. Trying to think, who else is on the Bears roster this year as their backup? Like, this is the year they're going to run him, so... I mean, especially, too, given the, the interesting trade with Carolina. All right, Jeremiah Proctor, 75. Hidden dev center. Love to see it. Love to see it. His run block power and finesse, for that matter, aren't that great. He's not bad. Obviously, the run blocking, it'll take some time to develop, but he's already the 17th best center in the league. Also, again, third rounder. We got to see what the other overalls looked like in the rest of the draft, because we also got a 73 overall center in Clifton Bryan, who also has a hidden dev. He is a bit older at 23. Damn. 26th rated center, 90 strength, 88 impact blocking. So, man, you run him as a guard. 71 speed, 82 acceleration. Man, I'm really happy with this draft. Then round 4, it started to fall a bit. John Walden, 68 overall, normal dev. And then Bullard's a 68, Weiss a 71, and a 68 for Drew Carr. At fullback, a 70 for the punter, Tyson Dodson. Okay, so with that, we know how we did. How did everybody else do? So in the first round, again, the Vikings traded us their next 3 firsts and 3 seconds to take Timmy Skandrick first overall. He is hidden dev. But yeah, they gave us 6 picks to get Timmy Skandrick. And then the Niners, who won the Super Bowl, gave us 6 picks to get Travis Carr at second overall. He's only a 73, but he is hidden dev. Again, not worth it. My opinion, I think we fleeced him. 77 overall, Jay Williams. I'm going to guess. Not normal dev. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling Jay Williams is pretty good. Let's see. 73 overall, Evan Morrison. I want to check everybody, but also I don't. We'll check the top 5. Maybe the top 10. The Dolphins swinging and missing at 4th overall. Yikes. And then, yeah, we are going to check the players that we were interested in. Lance Purdy led the Niners to the Super Bowl. Oh, Platinum, fun fact. Brock Purdy got hurt. Sam Darnold led the Niners to the Super Bowl over the Chiefs and then re-signed with the New York Jets. I'm not trolling. That's what happened. Ask chat. That is exactly what happened. Kurt Fraley, who was on our short list. Yeah, he's going to end up being a pretty good tackle as well, going to the Patriots at 5. So let's look at the guys that we were interested in. Dean Green. Hidden dev. He actually would have been pretty good. 73 overall. There were other players that we were interested in. The first, oh man, 78 overall, Jack Garrison. It's the reason why we traded up to get Kurt Slater. How good is Jack Garrison? Hidden dev out of the gates. Now, he is 23 years old. So you can make the argument, again, with Aaron Rodgers retiring, the Jets, they take Jack Garrison. They made the right choice in terms of that starting development. But again, he is 23. There is still a chance Kurt Slater could be our guy. How good was Jerry Caver? This guy looked like a monster. Yeah. Would have been good to end up with him, too. I also want to check that center that we were looking at. Also, Daniel Rivers, 72, the other quarterback. Hidden dev. So we did get the interesting one. Gets normal dev, but has the best starting OVR. What would you have? Rebuilding the Saints first draft, I got a 72 overall outside linebacker, normal dev, over an 80 superstar X-Factor corner. I mean, I've been there. I've been there. You know, this isn't even close to our biggest swing and miss in these franchise modes that we do every year. But yeah, that's a rough one. Where did you draft that linebacker though? That's the real question. About time it was first overall, then that's a tough one to beat. How good was this corner? 79 overall. Hidden dev. That's a really good pick for the Raiders. Really good pick for the Raiders. Anybody else overly interesting? How good was Morris Dillard? 73 overall center that we liked. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't end up with Morris. 7th overall, needed one bad, and the corner went 9th. Oof. Well, I mean, hey, at least the corner went 9th. You could say 8 other teams missed him, you know? But, I mean, if I was in your situation, you probably looked at both players. They both look good. You go for the bigger need. Happens. All right. So let's see. There were some pretty high overalls. Oh, man. Corin Porter. Well, for those of you in chat that really liked Corin Porter, you are now justified in your thoughts. Again, his combine wasn't great, but clearly that didn't matter. So there wasn't a single sub 70 overall player in the first round. Round 2. Oh, my God. Jesus, 79 overall running back Quincy Robinson. There were some damn high-rated players in the second round, including Bryce Wells. Wow.
I'm just trying to walk.
So yeah, there were only 2 players. Shout out to Crass. I'm guessing. Could be Cross. How much emphasis do you put on the A? Thank you very much for the follow. There's something about the hidden devs and broken trading system that irks me. Danny, welcome to Madden. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? So only 2 players through the first 2 rounds were a sub 70 overall. And again, I didn't mess with the quality at all. We kept it in a medium. Third round, still had quite a few guys over a 70. Finally, the quality started to dip a little bit, but honestly, not by much. Round 4, still a couple of guys over a 70. All right, so it does start to drop. Yeah, it feels like the quality is a little bit higher. Just on medium. Oh, wow, Brooks Skillen was not good. Great name, but terrible player. 74 overall wideout in the 6th round. Does he have a dev pattern? No. Still a good pick, though. A very good pick. Especially, I mean, man, he's got Trevor Lawrence throwing to him. He could break out easily. And then round 7, 70 overall punter that we took was the highest rated. So yeah, overall, Slater was tied with the highest rating alongside Robinson and Montague, whatever you prefer. So the big question is, can Kurt Slater develop? I do think we had a good draft, but we are in a very interesting spot when it comes to our quarterback situation. And knowing that we still have Kyler Murray on our roster, what are we going to be able to do with him? And we do still have to fill out the roster here at the start of preseason. So let's take a look at the team as it stands. So quarterback-wise, Kyler Murray is here, but I do think Slater's the guy, and then Clayton Tune is there as the third stringer. It is 1985. It's actually the original version, though, by SR71. The superior version. That's right. 1985 Bowling for Soup. It's a cover, and it's worse. Anyway, we could look for another quarterback to build up, but yeah, Slater's the interesting one. Running back wise, again, for those that missed it, we simmed to the end of season 1 and then took over the team that finished in last. So the AI in season 1 for the Cardinals signed Kareem Hunt, so I'm just kind of stuck with him. Yeah. So quarterback, running back, we will look for prospects, but there likely won't be a... maybe there will be a depth signing beyond James Conner. Fullback, we took Drew Carr in the draft, so we're good there. Wideouts, Hollywood Brown, Rondale Moore. I mean, you know, maybe a depth option. Maybe there's a UDFA that's half decent. Tight end wise, Bryce Wells, Trey McBride. That's a good 1-2 punch. I like that. We're gonna need a depth option, but I like that a lot. On the O-line, DJ Humphries. So we'll need a depth option behind him. Left guard. I mean, we could use a starter. General depth if we can find somebody younger. Of course, Proctor and Brian now there at center. John Feliciano's there too. So we certainly have plenty of depth. Right guard Hernandez. Again, could look for a depth option. Secondary option, right tackle is Paris Johnson, who is solid. All right, let's look and see what the free agent list has in store for us from an offensive standpoint. Again, we're not obviously going full UDFA challenge. We will do that later on, but I do like to see if anybody snuck through. And this gives us a chance to know if the UDFA challenge will work this year. I'm sure it will, though. So again, quarterback-wise, like, we don't need Andy Dalton. I might as well keep True there. There is Oscar Amaya. Normal dev. So, yeah, not going to be anything too crazy. For a depth quarterback, the only other guy to really look at here would be Sam Casey out of FIU. Also normal dev. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to find anything too crazy at quarterback. Leonard Good. It's not really worth for us to look under 60 overall right now. Running back wise. Ooh, Cordero Patterson. Also, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm surprised you're there. Normal dev. All right, gone are the days of him being a franchise beast, huh? Signing Cordero Patterson for the season wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. Antonio Gibson, for that matter as well, does have star dev. You could see him easily hitting an 80. We got $47 million just about in cap room. Are there any younger UDFA backs that could be worth it? I mean, technically we can go practice squad eligible, and that'll show us a little bit sooner. Jared Barclay. Normal dev. Again, I do wish there was a faster way. Shout out to Mushu! Fun fact, Mushu24. It might have been my first ever email. From when I was 6 years old. Because who the hell doesn't love Mulan? And specifically Mushu. The Great Stone Dragon. Let's see, Dwayne Colvin. You any good? No. Again, it's my one gripe. Not too many people would look for UDFAs to see if they're decent. I'm the type of psychopath that does. I wish there was a faster way to see somebody's dev pattern than having to click on their name. Because as far as I know, that is still not a thing. You scroll to the end, it still won't tell you. It mentions personality and morale, but that's about it. Yeah, for the most part, I think I think we're good. I'll have 65 be the cutoff. What about Caleb Harrington? Yeah. Okay. Leave it as is. Let's bring in Cordero Patterson, I'd say. Bump James Conner down to our third string option. And have a kick return specialist in Patterson that we could potentially trade away at the deadline as well. If he has a strong season, he might impress enough. Hello, Demarius Spurlock ended up being a 70. Normal dev, though. Yeah, it's not worth signing him over our guy. Unlock achievements on the 10-hour trial. Yes, it is the full game. Wideouts. Could bring in someone like Russell Gage. Practice squad eligible. Thaddeus McKee. Undrafted rookie. Normal dev. I'm going to have 65 be my cutoff. What about Orson Allison? South Carolina State. Normal dev for him as well. Jose Palmer. There's actually a lot of UDFA wideouts. I'm just hoping that there'll be one here. New game, but the same NPC is fair. Aaron Harrell. We drafted a lot of players out of USC. You will not be joining your former teammates. Honestly, let's just sort by age really quickly. Okay, there's actually a lot more players here than I would have thought. Is it worth looking at all these guys just to see if any of them actually have... It's probably not. Let's go for the 21-year-olds. Nick Hartwell. Any of you guys want to end up being half decent? Please. Please, please, please. I need that first glimpse of a UDFA stud to know that my idea for later on's gonna work, and it will still work, baby. Wes Dickinson, welcome in. This is the type of guy that we'd turn into an absolute stud in our UDFA challenge when we get that going in the coming weeks. But for now, it's nice to get a younger player like that we might be able to build up a little bit. We can sign a veteran, or you sign a guy like that and try to get him to break out. Oh, John Thurmond. All right. Someone who knows nothing about the NFL, can you describe the level of rebuild this is on an NHL level? Think of an NHL team that should rebuild but kind of can't. God, who was a team for a while that should have rebuilt but just couldn't? Trying to think of a good example. Struggling. All right, we're gonna cut Tyreek McAllister. Philly? Yeah, Philly might be a good example. The incompetence at the top to not rebuild. All right, wideouts. Obviously, we'll end up having to cut a couple of people. So we do still need to sort things out for the offensive side of things. And we need a third string tight end. See if there's a younger player again that we can find. We won't need somebody good. Austin Hooper's out there. Let's see. Youngest option that's half decent. We will go for Daniel Haskins or Isaiah Swinton. Haskins is normal dev. So that's what happens when you get the big boy raid from sweet, beautiful Mills. And boy, isn't he gorgeous. We'll go for the higher rated option here. Let's go for the slightly better Daniel Haskins again. He's a third string tight end. It's not a big deal. That is not a big deal at all. And then the O-line help. Is there anybody to improve this? I can't listen to banging on a trash can right now. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. Oh, give me something to listen to. Spotify, please. Please, 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 please. Yeah, we'll take it. It works for me. All right. So again, we do kind of need a depth option at left tackle, but again, if there's somebody better, there's no reason not to go for them. And a 22 is a 67 overall guy, Bernard Farrell, who slipped through the draft. Sign him for the year. He might end up on the practice squad. And then there was also Bernard Calhoun. I don't know who the hell's naming their kid Bernard nowadays, but Come on in, Bernie. Left guard. Tyler Shatley. Sadiq Charles is out there. Randy Dane.
I'm just trying to
Randy
walk through this fucking
Dane.
grass.
Shout out to the boy. Follow. Appreciate it. They're all waiting for that mutt content. Hey, I opened up my my pre-order packs at the start of the night. You know, we get that mutt content once a year on the pre-order packs. I mean, Jaden Nash. I might as well see if this guy is worth signing. Worst case, he gets practice squad. Practice squatted? Is practice squatted proper? I don't think it is. Still said it though. Same thing here. Anybody half decent? 22 and a 62. Max Terrell out of Nevada. Nevada. It don't matter. Get on my team. And right tackle, George Fance there. Yeah. We'll just go for the younger guys. Try to build people up, especially through practice. Let's go for DeAndre Casey out of Tennessee. Not going to have a good dev pattern, but it's okay. Cheap filler. Works for me. Defensively, we will need to answer the same question as to whether or not there's a position that we actually need a starter in, which we might. Again, we're not necessarily going to try to be competitive this year. But we did inherit some contracts where there's just nothing we can do.
Trying to walk through this
Kyler Murray. Dark Taps. That's just TEPS. Thank you for the ball. Welcome in. All right. For the most part, obviously offensively, we'll have to cut a few players. That's nothing too crazy. Again, you could argue a different wideout, but Wes Dickinson's going to be our third choice wide receiver this year. We're going to try to build him up instead of bringing in a different veteran. And then Pascal and Wilson are fine from there. Again, love that we got Bryce Wells. I think that guy could be a stud for us. You got Humphreys. Left guard Wilkinson. You know, for the most part, I'd say we're fine. We have the starters. Okay, we do not have a single left end. Oh my god. Right. So the defense, if you want to call it that, leaves a little bit to be desired. Just a bit. Linebacker, we're still looking okay. The secondary is very young. Very young. And we don't have a single strong. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be tough. We might very well finish dead last 2 years running, which honestly wouldn't be the worst.
Trying to walk through this fucking grass.
So I'm gonna go with Partisan on the ball. Thank you for that. Defensive end. Obviously, Leonard Floyd is there as a veteran. We could do something stupid if there's a UDFA that has a dev pattern that we could just try to push into a breakout scenario here to develop. Amongst the 22-year-olds, I mean, Terrence Clifford's going to get signed no matter what. A 66 overall at 22 is decent. He's not quite going to have that breakout, which is fine. And then the youngest guy was Kalen Jones, who's not amazing. Doesn't have a dev pattern either. So we'll go with two veterans here. I mean, we might as well go with Leonard Floyd. I was just wanting to see if there are any fun names to bring in. Not really. Shout out to Malcolm Brown. Bring in Leonard Floyd. Why not? Got the single season cap space. We'll bring in Leonard Floyd. On the other side, Actually, I guess we'll go defensive tackle first. 71 overall is our highest rated, so we really should bring in one of the higher rated options. Do we have anybody here that might be worth investing in? Tim Wilford might be our only shot. He's not that good. Let's just bring in one of the vets here. And doesn't really matter who it is. Oh, poor Marlon Davidson. He used to develop in franchise modes. When in doubt, Ty goes to the veteran. We'll go for Jordan Phillips. Why not? Let him extend his career a little bit. And then that right side, I mean, our defensive line is going to be abysmal this year. We really do need someone like Morgan Fox. But again, just to double check. The only guy would be Kerry Beverly that might be interesting. He's not. So yeah, defensive line is going to need a lot of work. A lot of work. Ty goes to the veteran. It's Clellan Farrell. Remember when you were drafted? Let's go for Morgan Fox. Ty goes to the veteran. Why not? That's the least we can do is bring in some veterans at this stage to maybe help out the team a bit. Linebacker, for the most part, we were good. Again, same thing. Just got to double check if there's anyone who might have half-decent dev pattern who could benefit from a lot of practice time. Again, there's no fast way to look, so I'm not going to look at everybody unless I have to. Middle linebacker, we already have quite the logjam of talents. There are a couple of guys here who might be decent. What about Stanley Maynard of East Carolina? Not so great. Keem Hicks, all-time great Patriot. We might have different definitions of all-time great, but that's okay. Kazim. Oh, Kazim Lawton. Great name. Not going to sign him, though. On the outside, Quan Alexander. Kyle Van Noy. There you go. There's an all-time great Patriot. Kyle Van Noy. Is Evan Knight. Southern Arkansas. Home of the Badgers? What the hell is Southern Arkansas? Southern Arkansas Southern Arkansas football. Home of the Mule Riders. That's even better than I could have thought. And here I thought the Badgers would have been great. The Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. Uh-huh. That is a choice for a team name. That is a choice. At corner, Marcus Peters is there as a veteran. Now, decent UDFA corners are not a rarity. Shout out to D'Souza for the follow. Appreciate you. Or D'Souza, perhaps. Steve Leno. I mean, technically the Ass Riders. Technically. If you want to be crass about it. Let's see. Jamarcus McClellan. No dev pattern, but we're still going to sign you. Why not? Why not? Were there any other younger guys? I mean, 63 overall is not bad. I'm still going to have 65 be the cutoff. A couple of 66s. Let's check these two 67s. Brian Davenport out of Stanford. A star dev. Not bad. Okay. Again, if this was the UDFA challenge, he'd be our top corner this upcoming season. And Trevon Hayward out of Washington. Normal dev will hold off on signing him. And then at safety, we know it was a bit of a disaster. In terms of available options, there's Edward Flowers out of Eastern Washington. Another star dev. Oh yeah, the UDFA challenge this year is going to be great. It's going to be great. We have plenty of options. Let's go for Rudy Ford. Why not? I don't remember if I needed him or not. I don't think I did. At least as a starter. Yeah, UDFA challenge is going to be a lot of fun. Strong safety, Bobby McCain. We need someone in that spot, Bobby, and you are the guy. Congratulations. Welcome to this shit show. At least you still get paid millions of dollars to be a professional player. Oof, 21 years old, 66 overall, Sean Fairley. No dev pattern, but... And you could play that guy and see if you could get a breakout with him. That's not bad. That is not bad. And then Randall Beckham out of Bama. Normal dev, but we'll still sign him. All right, well, yeah, this team's going to be bad. I think you guys have already been able to decipher that. Graham Gano is available. Wouldn't be the worst to sign Graham Gano. There is Ethan Ainge, who we did not draft. Normal dev. I wouldn't mind putting the kicker we just drafted onto the practice squad. Because kickers do not have breakouts. Matt Pine and a Buffalo. I think we'll go for our boy, the veteran Graham Gano. Why not? Improve the special teams. We're going to have to rely on a lot of field goals and especially a lot of punts. Although looking here, William Santos. I'm going to sign you really quickly. All of our picks, just think how long the next two drafts will take. We'll be here until Thursday. We'll sign Blake Gillikin for the moments as well, at least until we can finalize ye old roster. What a song, but I'm not having it. All right, so we do have to cut 3 players right out of the gate, which is not the worst case scenario. Before we do that, I do want to re-explore if we can get rid of those who might give us the best bonus possible. Again, Kyler Murray. Ooh. Okay, the player savings has dropped. Has gone from negative to $39 million in savings. Do I cut Kyler Murray? I mean, Humphreys apparently saves us $16 million. There's Thompson, Hollywood Brett. I might just have to see what happens with Murray. Again, if you hit restructure, it says, hey, yeah, you could take less money now, but cost more money later. That's the basic idea of the restructure button. Rookie quarterback is a 79 overall. If we were to trade Kyler Murray, number one, is a team even interested in Kyler Murray at this point, or is everyone content with what they got and not wanting that contract? Because Murray's not going to be our starter this year. And obviously the savings that are offered there are huge. Oh. The Patriots again. Yeah, Razor, I'm aware that it saves $38 million, but the penalty's $55. But that's the thing. The difference before, it would have been, we would have had to pay, essentially, to get out of the contract, if I'm not mistaken on the math. Jonathan Jones and 4 picks to deal Kyler Murray to the Patriots. I mean, it gets us out of the contract and just opens up space for our rookie that we just drafted to be the guy. It is true that we'd still have almost $20 million in frickin' cap penalties. I just wonder if we wait another year, will the contract get to the point where the cap penalty is essentially nil? I think for that reason, it might be worth keeping Kyler around for the year, at least as the backup. I think we wait another year. Because I was definitely not expecting... I actually got to go back to salaries and double check the differences here. I was not expecting at any time that savings to jump that drastically. Let's go back to salaries really quickly. Back to salaries really quickly. So if we go back to savings here. So Humphreys would be fine. Yeah, Hollywood Brown's still going to cost us a crap load. Connor would still help. Kareem Hunt's not really worth it. It's Murray, Humphreys, and Connor that are interesting. You play in the games or semi. So it's a combination. Like if we have a breakout moment, I'll end up playing. But in a lot of times, especially in the playoffs, like I like to watch the AI play, to be honest, and just see what madness happens. So it's kind of a mixture. But we do like to sim a lot. We like to make progress a lot, and obviously playing every game doesn't necessarily help with that. Can I move Mr. DJ Humphreys out of here? No. Can I incentivize the deal? 3 first-round picks. And a lot of seconds. What if I add a third? Still nothing. I mean, we aren't screwed if we don't get rid of this contract. Yeah, it would take a first-round pick to incentivize it. So Humphreys goes nowhere. And then even though it wouldn't save us that much money, James Conner, it is the final year of his deal. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. That Kyler Murray contract, man. It might be more movable than we thought. Which is shocking, because I thought he was going to be the most expensive backup in the league for the next 5 years. We do need to cut a couple of players off the roster to make this work. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get rid of this dude. Just fine by me. Away you go, Andre. Cut 2 more players at the moment. The O-line's obviously housing quite a few of these guys. Hayden Howardson. Why not? Let's just get rid of you. No big deal. I still don't know what to make of Arizona's New Jerseys. I really don't. They are just so plain. And then down the middle... You know, we did sign Jaden Nash, but just get rid of him. It's fine. I might leave the 2 centers at center because it could end up playing them elsewhere. So we'll see what happens there. But with that, our first training camp. We haven't gone through this yet, but I'm ready for it. God, there is a lot of games you can do. Well, this is going to be fun.